Good afternoon, and welcome to Man Cave Meditations. Let's dive in. So, again, referring to, or attempting rather to refer to Trump as the great American, fictional character, the Wizard of Oz, which I believe strongly that he is. He's that. If you think of like the Wizard of Oz, like, throwing this smoke capsule over there and then everybody looking that way, and then throwing it once your attention goes down a little bit, then he throws another one over there, and then you look at that, and then almost instinctually he knows, like, when your attention starts to could come back to self-awareness, he throws another one there. And yeah, I had that thought, and after thinking that, I had the thought of an early Walt Disney animation, like 1920s animation, where, if you were at a Disney exhibit, they would show how they would do it early. It was a series of drawings that if you put them together and it looks like one continued, it looks like a real thing. I mean, need I make my point? Is that not everything he does? This series of pictures, him and the whole movement, all of it, it's a series of pictures. And it depends upon us first being mesmerized not only by the Wizard of Oz, but by the show that's going in front of us. Oh my gosh, you get Pong game. Boom, boom, boom. Right? And in that state of mesmerization, we're unable, or we lose the ability, we give up our power to be able to see that all this, it's a smoke screen. It's a smoke screen. Again, it's like an early Walt Disney animator, like putting their finger through, 20 animated things, and it looks like Mickey's walking. But if you really pay attention, you'll see that it's a farce. It's a farce. It's a fake. It's a phony. It's all a phony. But for the phony to work, one of the main things for the farce to work is for us to just, our unawareness. We just have to not either give a fuck, know what's going on, care enough, whatever it is. That's one of the main ingredients for the farce. So if that is one of the main ingredients for the farce, then I say, to combat this farce, I'm going to open this door. Either a spirit or a wind closed. Sorry. To combat this farce, it must be again. You go into a dark room, what is our first instinct? To wait around? Who knows what's on the floor? You could hurt yourself, you know. Who knows what's there? No, we want to have light. We desire light, right? And when we walk into that room, it could be pitch black, or seem to be pitch black, but when we turn on that light, or whatever light we provide, that darkness recedes. The darkness can only exist in the absence of light. Right? Desiderius Erasmus, give light and the darkness will disappear of itself. Great 16th century Enlightenment English philosopher, clergyman. Yeah. Great man. Desiderius Erasmus. Give light and the darkness will disappear of itself. What is that? If not, when you turn on the light in a dark room, the darkness recedes. So, again, what am I getting at? Well, what did they do constantly? If you see it again and again, yes, they lie, they do, but these are all the leaves of the tree. You have to understand, what are they doing? Get to the branches, the trunk, right? What are they doing? It's all evasion, right? It's all to keep us individually and collectively just looking, so we can't focus, right? It's like the boxer in the match. Could be the stronger opponent, the truer opponent, but if he doesn't understand his opponent, right? No matter if he's stronger, has a better cause, is truer, he has to understand his opponent and how to defeat him. And if he just throws huge, giant punches, and what the other opponent does is it knows how to dodge, right? And then, like, you know, punches legs or whatever, just wearing down. Right? Strength and agility and all these things, it's not enough. There has to be an understanding accompanying the strength, the agility, all these things. This collective mass that's growing, that's going to take down this evil. And it will. But it must understand its opponent. Right? And what is the opponent? If not, like, think of a Rocky movie, right? Rocky 1 through whatever, 50, 5, 10, I don't know. But I love them. The best. I live in Philly. First thing I did, I had an apartment near the art museum at one point, and I went out one of my first days, I ran up those art museum steps. That was before there was a statue of him in the front. I ran up those steps. What a story. What a great story. Anyway, when Rocky was fighting someone, I don't remember which was the first or the second. I think it could have been all of them at the end. But Rocky, in the end, after he had taken, like, you know, enough punches to pulverize the equivalent of like 100 men. You know, put him into a coma. After he had taken those many punches, you would like find his feet all of a sudden, and like the 14, I think it went to 15 rounds, the 14 round, and the whole time you could see he was like trying to throw that left hook all around, and he wasn't able to get him. But then right towards the end, he got him. You know, and I forget which one it was, but one of them, like, they tried to get out of the corner, and he, like, the corner, like, it's a square. Boxing ring's a square, right? And so you have corners. If you could get him in the corner, you could go to work on him. Not a boxer. I would fail, believe me. Glass jaw all the way. Anyway, Rocky would get him in the corner, right? And at one point, whoever he was facing tried to get out of the corner, and he took his like left arm and grabbed the guy and like threw him back into the corner. You stay there. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. You've been beating the shit out of me for 14 rounds. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you right now. And you're gonna fucking take it. What is this moment, if not that? Right? Trump, the team, the mega, all of them, what are they other than the person trying to escape the corner? The boxer that knows it's weaker trying to escape the corner. Where the other boxer that knows it's stronger can't be like, oh, okay, I'll let you go over there. Oh, you want to go over there and take a break for a minute until like continue to beat your ass? No. You gotta take that disease, that evil that you're pounding the shit out of, and you gotta put it back into the corner so you can continue to pound the shit out of it. I see no other way. And at this point, there must be a, Democratic Party all the way, one thing, yes, but, an overturning of the establishment is probably not going to happen, right? So at some point, if you're a wagon train making your way from Chicago to via the Oregon Trail to Oregon, and you're, 20,000 or something, at some point, 10,000 of you, or whatever amount, said 5,000, says, you know what, I don't want to do it that way anymore, I don't want to do it. And you know, leading the other 15,000 or 10,000, whatever, you know that the path that you need to take is not only for your self-survival, your party's self-survival, but the nation's self-survival. Then you must leave that other amount behind. And when they are left behind, certain ones will come forward and join you, and certain won't. Okay. Yeah. You want to pretend like it's not only 2015, but 1995. It seems like some of them, they want to pretend like it's the Clinton years. I swear to God, it's not. A letter with 8 pointed questions. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Look at you got an armed group of thugs. Say it just all shuts down. An armed group of thugs that run into your house. And you act like, I'm going to write down a letter. No, they're coming to kill you and take your things and maybe rape your women. Sorry. You going to write a letter? No, I wouldn't do that. Well, what if your security wasn't there? What if they went home to protect their family? What are you going to do then? Not capable. No disrespect. It's not capable. Lots of love. And God bless.